My name is Sierra Poitra, and this is my psychology learning synthesis presentation. The APA's learning guidelines are made up of 5 goals, and I think they're really helpful for students to just kind of reflect and look back at their bachelorette psychology learning journey. I know for myself, reflecting on all the work that I've done at the University of UMary in particular, I can tell you with full confidence that the program has substantially helped me to grow and meet these goals and more. The 5 goals here are content and knowledge applications, scientific inquiry and critical thinking, values in psychological science, communication, psychological literacy and technical skills, and personal and professional development. I wanted to just share real quick the side courses that I took that I'm going to run over for each learning goal. But just to mention also that I wasn't able to take as many side classes as I would have liked to, being an online student. But I really feel like these other relevant courses that I took helped to shape the knowledge that I have today and to help me meet these goals. For goal number 1, content, knowledge, and applications, I feel like the bulk of the program really helps to meet this goal with the key concepts, principles, and theories for psychological science. So I feel like it gave me a good knowledge base, and so that I can begin to apply what I learned to practical problems. The first artifact that I chose to represent this goal is the consequence essay that I did for the History and Systems of Psychology course. I did this in conjunction with a group presentation that I did with others, and I chose this assignment to represent this goal because I feel like it really touches well on how I applied what I learned about psychological theories and concepts and how those interact with different facets of behavior. Through the discussion, we were able to answer the question of what are the unique advantages and disadvantages of their theories and how those helped to shape our understanding of the human person, relationships, and psychological interactions. This also required us to make a comparison to others in the field and how their theories are beneficial or not to modern day psychology. The second artifact that I chose was the article review I did titled Child Anxiety Disorders and Contributing Developmental Factors that I did for child and adolescent psychology. Through this course, we learned all about psychological theories that are relevant to youth development and how to evaluate their applicability to the psychology major, my own personal development, and my future career. The article that I completed involved a summary of 3 research articles in regards to youth anxiety disorders in particular is the topic I chose, and a discussion of the theoretical rationale for each study. I also touched on how the articles enhanced my understanding of development in general and how I can use that knowledge in my future career. For goal number 2, scientific inquiry and critical thinking, never mind the 7 minutes thing there. I feel like this goal is all about research and for our students to exercise their scientific reasoning when diving into different aspects of psychological phenomena today. I did a basic research or basic stats class and research related courses, and I think through those I've been able to use statistics to read psych research and also learn how to design and interpret and evaluate research as well. I feel like my clinical psych course was really helped me a lot to reach this goal. And so I chose my first artifact is my research proposal that I did, which was titled Solution Focused Brief Therapy Emergency Department Risk Assessment Integration. This assignment was like one of my favorites because I feel like I feel so strongly about the topic, and I worked really hard to create this proposal. I felt this assignment really helped to meet this goal because I was able to practice how to apply the knowledge I was gaining from the course to accumulate my proposal, which also really helped to enhance my critical thinking. I also, just built a foundation of how to do quantitative and qualitative psychological research, applying different descriptive stats to my research design, incorporating visualizations, and I also did this poster presentation as well to help represent this goal. The other assignment that I picked was my assessment paper for the back depression inventory. that I did in my psych testing and assessment course. I feel like this class and this assignment were so great for strengthening my literacy and learning how to apply research again in the field of psychology. By analyzing the instrument and its use in different scientific studies, I was able to better understand the important concepts regarding not only test construction, but also using like normative data, standardization, reliability, validity within research. It also help me, summarize, evaluate, and then ultimately presenting that material. Goal number 3, values in psychological science. I feel like this is where I really started to develop in the latter portion of my time at Mary. I took a basic ethics course, and there were so many science-specific courses and assignments that definitely involved reflecting on not only ethics and psychology, but also social, cultural, and individual aspects related to research and how to apply that to my work. The first assignment that I chose to represent the school was my group service project of helping a new immigrant. And though we dived into research ethics and clinical psychology, I really got into depth about diversity in some of my electives, which is, I wanted to use this assignment as I feel like it really represented the component of interacting with people from different diverse backgrounds. For this project, I was inspired by the Global Neighbors Organization, which pairs Americans with new immigrants, and they just get together and like have supper or go out into the community together and make connections, perhaps assisting them getting their basic needs, sharing. It's all about really though sharing cultural aspects with each other and gaining knowledge from one another. I was also able to make civil contributions, identifying consistencies between my own ethical values and my work, and using that to develop strategies for the future, my future work with different cultural backgrounds, and also my strengthening my value in service for my community. The second artifact that I chose was my research reflection on the Three Identical Strangers documentary. It really opened my eyes to the shocking realities behind not only just some of the research that has been done in psychology, but just the choices of researchers that they've been faced with, and how important it is to have values and a code to live by. The research reflection that we did for this documentary was super helpful in taking another look at ethical research, which I think in turn can be used to reflect on our own values and how we're going to use them in interpersonal relationships. Specifically, this assignment was a great opportunity again to review the APA Code of Ethics and refresh on its importance. Goal number 4, communication, psychological literacy, and technical skills. I think for this goal, it was met like to the max throughout my time at Mary, as I've grown so much in terms of my writing and presenting skills. I learned so much about APA style formatting, like structuring my writing in a way that's appropriate for a psychological audience, and the importance of structuring scientific discussions with my peers and professors, essays, literature reviews, in addition to writing articles or other relevant assignments. So the first artifact that I chose for this is my clinical interview, which I feel like is such an important assignment for me, as it really was previewing what I was going to be doing as a professional not too far out from now. I worked in the capacity of being a listener for someone struggling with mental health issues before, but not in this fashion. It really helped open my eyes to a specific manner of clinical communication and presenting myself clearly, concisely, and professionally in order to share what I learned with others. And here's the paper and the transcript that I wrote for that. Secondly, was my group presentation of Freud and Piaget's theories of development and consciousness. This ties into my consequence essay, and I chose this assignment specifically because it was one of the first and only projects that I did during my time at Mary where I had to do a group project with my peers and present it. And for us, we needed to collaborate, meet several times, talk to each other about the theories themselves and who was going to do what, and then ultimately presenting it. Again, my time at Mary, so goal number 5, professional and personal development. My entire time at Mary has helped me grow profoundly. And through the process of meeting deadlines for projects and managing my time with multiple fast-paced courses, um, holding appropriate and respectful conversations with my peers, working as a group, and preparing for grad school, all these have helped me confidently meet my goal. I also built self-regulation strategies like time management to help enhance my performance. So for this, I chose my statement of purpose that we did in clinical psychology. It was super exciting for me to finally, for the first time, get to submit assignments that involved me preparing for grad school. The statement of purpose for this class was the first time that I was able to do this and start solidifying my professional intentions following the completion of this undergrad degree. I was able to refine my career plan and get feedback and make the appropriate adjustments for there, and highlight my achievements relevant to the field of psychology. Finally, my resume and cover letter is what we did in our senior capstone. And I think nothing quite prepared me for the skills and progress, or highlighted the skills and progress that I made more than the senior capstone class. So I picked this assignment to highlight the school because there were, among so many that were worth mentioning, but I chose this one as the APA indicator specifically mentioned developing a resume that showcases our psychology background. I wanted to add, though, that so many other assignments really just helped meet this goal like in a profound manner. So I'm so thankful for that. I was also thankful for the opportunity to update my resume and cover letter and to share it with everybody and get feedback and make adjustments when necessary. Overall, it was such a great experience. So again, thank you for this opportunity, and I really look forward to seeing everyone else's presentations. Thanks.